Welcome back to the It's Time podcast. I'm Mariah, that bitch is Kaylee, and this is Quincy!
What's good?
This is like our first official guest on this show.
The first guest?
Yeah, Rachel Slay was on for like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
She's made like an appearance. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We did actually record an episode with Rachel, but we had to scrap it due to technical difficulties. So we're going to re-record that.
So good too.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is our first time like starting an episode, sitting down.
Well, thank you guys so much. Yeah.
This is so... Okay, should we catch up first and then get into things? Like how we know Quincy and stuff?
Oh yeah, let's do catch up first. Okay. And then, yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. Do you have any catch ups?
I have an actually really embarrassing story from today.
Embarrassing?
Yeah. Oh, I guess you don't have to hold it for me.
We can pass it.
I was like, just letting you.
I mean, I
can. So I didn't have any kids at work today. It's like a professional development day. You go to meetings and trainings and stuff. And after this meeting, I was standing there talking to my coworkers. We were like having a relatively serious conversation. Like no one said anything funny. And I took a sip of my chai and I literally, like it went down the wrong pipe immediately. Oof. Like, and aggressively. And I can like literally picture my eyes going, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm going to spit this out. Like I can't. And then I thought I was going to be okay, that I could swallow it. And then I just went and like fully spit take across the whole table. Awesome. It got on this is so gross. But we work with kids, thank God. It got like literally on her glasses, on her vest, on the table.
So it actually got on people.
It like, well, one person, let's not be dramatic.
People.
One person.
Dramatic is my middle name. Come on.
And then I had to like, go look for paper towels.
Is it when you like literally couldn't even, you're like,
no, yes.
Like, yeah.
Yes, it was like so wrong that it just like, I couldn't even try to swallow it.
It's funny because like that shit, it's like no one actually like thinks that that's weird, but every time it happens to you, it feels so embarrassing for some reason. It's one of those things that just like feels embarrassing.
Not being able to swallow.
Like if you fart around people, like even if you don't care, unless you're really close, like with you guys, I'd probably be fine. But like if you're like in a meeting or something, can you imagine?
Oh my God, I would die.
I mean, that hasn't happened to me yet. I don't want to like jinx that.
She said yet.
Yeah, I'm saying yet because I don't want to jinx it. If I say it's never happened to me, then it'll happen to me like tomorrow.
Oh, that's so true.
Do I have any catch-ups? We had a really cute Halloween. We gardened.
Have we not recorded since then?
No, we gardened. We watched Hocus Pocus. Gardened is...
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
you're on TikTok, right?
Yes.
Okay. And got a lot of
candy.
We passed out candy. We got Domino's, and we ate so much food. And we just we talked to you.
Yes, that's great.
It was a really cute Halloween. It was much needed after the hectic weekend that you guys heard about on the last episode. Yeah. And then I laid low this weekend. I cleaned my place for deep cleaned it for the first time in so long.
Oh, that's fun.
And I went to bed early and I did my nighttime routine and it felt like a reset weekend. So much needed, feeling better about that. And this weekend, you guys, is the weekend that we've been talking about for 2 weeks? I bought my ticket 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I don't even know if you know this.
I don't think I know this.
I will be flying to California this weekend to see someone.
Oh no.
Not.
Oh,
no. New. Someone new.
Okay. That's a good catch up.
Yeah.
For me at least.
For you, yeah. I broke the news on here 2 weeks ago, and I'm also it's in a few weeks. It's this weekend, so the next episode you will be getting an update, the update on how that goes. Tea. So yeah, I'm kind of in shock. I think it's not really hitting me yet.
Doesn't feel real yet.
No, not until I'm I see him.
I want to see what he looks like.
He's cute.
I bet he is.
He is cute, yeah.
He has a mustache.
You like a good mustache.
Yeah. He lives in the Bay, kind of inland, but...
Ooh, you're going to the Bay.
Kind of. San Jose. It's oh.
Well, that's
fine.
That's okay.
To say.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was like,
I mean, it's like not the Bay, but like
It's not the Bay,
it's
but
like Bay
it's
vibes.
adjacent.
Yeah.
It's Bay adjacent.
You don't fly into SFO or Oakland. You know, you're flying in.
I'm flying into San Jose. We could drive to the Bay.
Ooh, a road trip.
Maybe we are gonna go to the beach. He planned the weekend. He planned it. I haven't. Yeah.
Cannot wait to hear about this.
Yeah. We're gonna have to like get deep into this, but you will hear the tea next episode. Do you have any catch ups?
I honestly had a very similar weekend
Really?
as you did. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
had a
The
nice
first
little
weekend.
Yeah.
The first weekend I haven't gone out in like 5 weeks.
Oh my god.
Okay, you guys don't even know what this episode is gonna be about. So Quincy literally just got back. It's been less than a week from his Europe travels, and you were gone for
5 weeks. 5.5 weeks.
5.5 weeks. Quincy is actually not probably, for sure, our most traveled friend.
My god, by far.
Like,
Thank you.
you travel more than anyone I know. It's amazing. Like, you've seen so much. You know people in like every country.
And Quincy will just like go to Europe and then suddenly just be gone for like literally 3 months. Like, I don't even know how legally he's allowed to be there for that long. And then he's like, oh yeah, actually I'm coming back next week.
I know
And then
the
you
rules.
see him and he's like, yeah,
You know the
moving
rules.
there.
Literally, like, we didn't know you were coming back until like you called us from the airport, and we were like, oh, you're in the States.
I just assumed you were still traveling. Oh yeah, I'm in Seattle.
Oh, okay. So Quincy is going to basically tell us all of his stories, his travel experiences, the Euro tea. If you guys listen to the pod,
Part 3.
yeah, if you guys listen to the pod, you know travel is a huge part of our lives, a big passion of ours. It's gonna be a laughy episode. So travel is very important to us. So this is so fitting to have you on and talk about it, because travel is like one of our biggest goals in life, is to travel more. So we can get some insights into.
Yeah, I need to book a plane ticket. No.
I know
It's
the feeling
necessary.
you get when you book a plane ticket internationally is like the best.
The best. The relief.
All 3 of
The
them.
best.
You guys, that was a
That was crazy.
crazy one. Yes.
Okay, so you're probably like, how do you know this guy? Who is this? Oh my god, who's this mystery man that just appeared on the couch?
Just here. You're ready.
Cute guy.
We're
with
slightly
the
cute.
White jacket.
Ooh.
Woo!
Cute guy with the white jacket.
Yeah.
I'm single, friends,
Oh.
and family.
Oh.
Hey,
And family.
men, women.
To you guys.
Made it weird.
We gotta get the laughs in, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a must. So
Our family, that's acceptable.
we have known Quincy since we were 14. So 15.
15-ish years.
I can't do math. How old are we?
We were,
That would make us 29.
yeah, so
13
13
years.
years, yeah.
13. Will he drink those? No.
Just your cat.
So Salem loves that. We met when we were 14, freshman year of high school. I don't know how we first
it
met.
was like week 1 or week 2. Like,
It was really
very
quick.
Early into freshman year.
Yeah.
How did we
I think we
meet?
just met because Quincy just knew everyone.
You
yeah.
were 100%
like-
the most popular.
For like 2 years.
I feel like
Things transitioned.
There was definitely a transition. There was definitely a big
But like when we
transition.
started, like you knew everyone. Like
I feel like Quincy would literally just walk around during lunch and be like, "Hey, what's up? Like, I'm Quincy."
Yeah, that was the vibe.
To everyone.
I was campaigning.
You were.
he was campaigning. How soon was student? So Quincy ran for freshman. What's it? Freshman
class
president.
Yeah.
Yeah. The president though.
The
yeah.
president, yeah.
And that
was
happened.
president,
I never let you go.
I don't remember the lyrics, honestly.
What was your president? I'd
Never let you go.
I could take your.
He did perform a version of that song
I did. That
in
was-
his
And we
campaign.
loved Justin Bieber, so he. Had
It was
our vote.
perfect.
It was perfect.
I actually think I know the first time we actually hung out was the welcome back dance.
Ooh, yes.
Because we like knew similar people through cheer, and like some cheer people knew, because that was back when like we talked to Gabby and them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we just like were thrown in into like a group at the welcome back dance, and there was a photo booth.
Yeah.
And we all did a photo booth together.
with like
Allie,
props. With all the props.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
what it was.
and like I remember
That's what it was.
I remember like being like, oh, we're friends. Like
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
like
instant.
it was easy.
We had like a friend group established like
Yeah.
at that dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I think that was like week 2.
Yeah. And that was like our friend
Early
group
in.
for all of high school pretty much.
Yeah, we kind of kept the group
Yeah.
pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Like,
Most of us.
yeah.
Most of us cycled in and out, but
Yeah, and then we had like side groups outside of our own and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like freshman, sophomore year, it was like we all we had our group and then we all had our own
mm-hmm.
group that we were part of too. And then it just slowly.
slowly came to one. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
So we are like, I mean, you guys are my only high school friends now, I think.
You're my only high school friends from Central Catholic.
Central, yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Whoa.
Quincy went to 2 high
That's
schools.
wild. Yeah, that's a story for another day.
Maybe we'll do an episode where we tell high school stories. That would be good. That would be good.
Yeah.
But today is going to be all about travel. But we have known each other for 13 years. We're very close. We're besties. And we pretty much have been consistently.
Yeah.
So yeah, we go way back. And we haven't heard these stories yet. Like when Quincy was at the airport, we were like, we can't wait. We need to do like a 2-hour long
Yeah.
happy hour. Yeah. And then we were like, wait, the podcast, this is perfect. So we are hearing these stories for the first time with you guys.
Live reaction.
Live
I'm really
reaction.
excited. So first, just talk to us about like, when did travel become a priority for you?
Yeah.
And when did you start to integrate travel like into your life more?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up, like, my parents definitely prioritized travel over, you know, the kind of, they're, like, not as homey as I feel like a lot of other people in families are. So, like, we were traveling a good amount. But I think the first time I traveled out of the country by myself was actually sophomore year of high school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I went to Costa Rica for, like, 2
Wow,
weeks.
I don't remember this.
Yes, with Griffin Parr. I don't know if you remember him.
Oh.
Randomly with Griffin Parr. We didn't even plan it. We were just in the same like study abroad program.
Whoa.
Yeah, to learn
There was
Spanish.
a study abroad.
It was like it
Sophomore
wasn't
year?
really a school. It was like I got advertised it from.
It was like a
It
program.
was a program. Yeah, for 2 weeks. Kid did Costa Rica for a little bit. It was
That's so
during the
cool.
time where Costa Rica was advancing in the World Cup,
Mm.
and so just saw like huge festivals and like we parade through the streets and. You know, maybe drank, but can't confirm or deny that. It just had a really good time.
It's legal. It was legal.
Eh,
16? No?
Yeah, it was 15, but you know, it was not frowned upon. We'll say that.
Yeah.
What a
Culturally, yeah.
A little different over there.
Alcohol is a part of culture in a lot of places, so I think that
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, it was like a celebratory thing.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like I got drunk, but it was like, you know, they're winning. Like,
We were all drinking at 15. It's fine.
He's like, I would never personally.
I wouldn't.
I can't say that I was part of it. Did I observe it? Yes. I
Okay.
observed.
You were there.
I was there.
Did he supply it sometimes? Yeah.
Again, can't confirm or deny, but like, I mean, she's not wrong.
I love this. So sophomore year.
Yeah. So
That started it all. And you were like, I want to live in a world where I'm traveling.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think the biggest thing that kind of got me doing traveling a lot more as an adult was I didn't get into a study abroad program in college because one of my teachers recorded my grade wrong. And so I didn't have the GPA requirement for this program. And it was so
And it
fun.
wasn't even accurate.
No, it wasn't even accurate. And I couldn't get it changed quick enough.
And robbed.
I know, I was robbed. And so that's when I was like, all right, like once I graduate college, I want to go and do a trip like this. So that was kind of where it really came into play. And then COVID happened. So I couldn't do the trip. And so, yeah, so I didn't do the trip.
Oh, yeah, because that was right after we graduated.
Yeah, so I didn't do the trip until 2022. And then since 2022, I go to Europe like...
Whoa.
A few times a year.
Like, yeah, I've gone 3 times so far this year. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's literally the dream. And I know so many people feel that way.
Yeah.
Like, how did you get to a place where you were like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can afford to do this.
Yeah.
I can handle it. Like, was it just, this is a priority, so I'm going to make it happen?
Kind of.
Yeah, that's so fair. That's so fair.
Yeah. I think it was kind of one of those things where it just kind of naturally happened. Where I'm the type of person that's like to like do what everyone else does. And so I think like after I graduated college, I like worked for a consulting firm and like hated it for like the first couple of months. And then was like, I'm gonna quit my job and have no plans. And I actually went to San Francisco to visit some friends. Then went to Los Angeles, and I was like, this is kind of a vibe. Like,
God, I feel like you've lived so many lives.
You
I
have.
haven't lived
You've done so much.
many lives. It is actually kind of crazy. In the past, like,
That's
2
amazing,
years,
though.
Yeah.
The fact that it like started in 2022, that's
Yeah.
not that long ago.
No,
I
it's not
know
that
in my
long
head
ago.
you've been traveling like
Me
this
too.
for forever.
Yeah, I know, right? So it's like, to everyone watching, you know, it's like the second you kind of take that leap, it is something that I feel like you start integrating into your life, and it becomes a priority where other things that you maybe don't actually want to do drop off.
Yeah.
And you like can really start living that life that like gives you joy, but also kind of gives you the, you know, I'm an urban planner, so it's like a lot of my traveling includes me going to museums and like checking out transit lines and that kind of stuff. So the traveling and my job actually like work really, really well together.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm able to just, you know, learn from everyone and
Yeah.
get people together and stuff like that. And my favorite activity, which happened this trip, was my like boy best friends. So they all came to Europe from Grant.
You have other friends?
I do have other friends, but they're boys, so don't worry about it. my guy homies. Honestly, my straight cis guy homies. But
Yeah, it's a specific group.
it's a very specific
Yeah.
group. So Skylar came with me. He's one of my really close friends.
Ooh la la.
And he, everyone sexualized him on my Instagram.
I'm so sorry.
No,
Sorry,
so
Taylor.
he was loving it.
Okay.
But it was so cool because my friend from college lives in Amsterdam. I have these 2 really good homies in Amsterdam as well. And then Skylar was there, and we all got dinner. And I got to watch them all interact with each
Oh,
other.
I love when your friends make friends.
Yes, and they loved each other. It was such
feel
a
like
natural.
That's like one of your favorite things.
Yes, that is my-
taking all your
yes.
friends, and
Connecting
putting them in the same
people.
room.
Yes, that's my absolute
You love to
favorite
connect
thing.
people.
I love to connect people.
Me too.
So,
That is like a really, and when it works, when it clicks, it's like, this is great.
it's fate.
Yeah,
You know?
it is.
If it doesn't work, maybe you're not friends anymore. Honestly, it's a good
It's
test.
fair. It is. It actually is, and I feel that way with dating too. You
Yeah.
have to meet the friends.
Oh yeah.
That's a very
Oh my
important.
god, yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big tell. So on this trip, where
Yeah.
did you start?
So I started in Amsterdam.
Amsterdam's like your second home.
Yeah, it's like so culturally similar to Portland, where it's like you have really cool architecture, awesome like waterways, trees everywhere. People are gardening.
I was gonna say
In the street.
lots of gardening.
A lot of gardening.
yeah.
A lot of gardening.
Yeah.
A lot of
all types of gardening.
all types of gardening. Yes, great way of putting it. All types of gardening. There's so many different flowers.
So many different kinds.
You know, all the different types of things you can
Yeah,
garden.
yeah.
And it's such a well-functioning society. You know, people are gardening, but they're also going to these techno raves. They're making really great art. There's so
It's
just
so
so many
culturally.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, like art, music, food.
Yeah.
Like it's all the that I want to live in a city like that.
It's
Which
everything.
like Portland could go there.
I feel like Portland is that.
Yeah.
You know?
on a
We're
different.
our own version of it. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like lucky that we grew up here, I feel like,
Yeah.
because we get to experience Portland on the level that like no one else really does. And so I feel like every time I come home to Portland, it actually makes me like it more.
Yeah.
Because there's so many elements of Portland that like you get in different cities, but you don't get in like one city.
That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Portland. I love Portland.
It's pretty great.
obsessed with Portland.
I'm pretty obsessed
And I
with it
get
too.
really upset when people talk shit about it.
You are very, because I've been talking shit about Portland, and you get mad at me, and it's cute.
I mostly get mad at you because that means you're not living here.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's
fair
very
enough.
Convenient for me.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But also I hate that.
Yeah,
Portland's so fun.
it is fun. It's,
Yeah, we miss you here.
Yeah, I know. I miss it here too.
Because he's just passing through
Just
right
passing
now.
through. I live in Bend, Oregon,
Yeah.
which is like very weird and off-brand for me, but like it's
No, it's on brand for you.
yeah.
And one of your like, I don't know. I feel like you have, not in a bad way,
No, totally. Yes.
several personalities.
Yes, I really much do. Yeah, but no, yeah, not in a bad
Like, not
way.
like,
They're
here's
integrated.
It's
you know?
like
Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like my brother is similar in this way.
yeah.
Of like he can tap into, I don't know, these just like
he was-
different aspects of
he was
himself.
my mentor. You know.
That's so wild. Yeah.
So it's like I learned a lot from him.
Where else did you go on this round?
So I went Amsterdam to Paris for like a couple days. I have a love-hate relationship with Paris. So like
Me too.
it's like I like being yeah. And then
If you've been to Paris, I feel like you know.
I think it's kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
It just, yeah.
I think if you're really rich, it could be like the most magical place in the world.
100%. But if
When you're like taking public transportation everywhere and walking everywhere, it's not the easiest.
Oh, as an urban planner, I feel like you should have things to say about that city.
It's like, the thing with Paris is like it's just so weird to me because people are like, it is so great, cultural mecca of the world, all this arts and culture, and it's like very contrived. Like, yeah, very hard to get around.
Very hard.
It's
not accessible for not able people.
You know, like, you're not accessible at all.
No.
Like, at all. I mean this in the most, you know, respectful way possible. It's very dirty.
Very.
Like, and you know, like, there's a lot of, like, insecure racism in Paris. Even though Paris is, like, a very Black and ethnically diverse city, the community there, I feel like, is very, like, fragmented.
You also wouldn't know that about Paris.
You wouldn't know
unless
that.
you're actually physically in Paris.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, it's way more ethnically diverse than I would have known.
So diverse.
Because everything in the media about Paris is whitewashed.
It's whitewashed. And then you go there and it's, like, not like that at all. So I feel like it's like if Paris kind of, like, opened up and kind of got that, like, grittiness and, like, accepted that and, like, push the beauty concepts away from there, it would be a great city. But people go there and they're like underwhelmed because it's not.
I'd say we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were there on not a good time though, right before the Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
And I think I felt underwhelmed in the moment. And then after we left Paris, I was like, oh, whoa, that was actually like pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But as far as maybe that's the difference is being in Paris itself, seeing the museum, seeing whatever, like that is a crazy thing. Like, that's really cool. But the energy of traveling through Paris does not match the energy of traveling through other places.
No.
I think that's what it is.
Well, and it's wild because I feel like everything that people say about Paris is Amsterdam. And so it's, and I typically will fly into either like Paris or Amsterdam because it's the easiest place to get into. And it's just like so weird because I'll go, like if I fly into Paris, it's like I'll still have a pretty cool experience. I have the canal area that I really like to stay at. But it's just like, then I'll go to Amsterdam, Barcelona, and I'm like, this is what people say about Paris, you know?
I totally see that. So Amsterdam, Paris.
And then Montpellier. This is where the guy tea comes into play. So I met this guy a year and a half ago in Nice, which is like southern France, which we love Nice. Like we are obsessed with Nice.
Oh my god, imagine if we all went to Nice together.
We have to go to Nice together.
I don't know if they could handle it.
I don't think they would handle it.
The three of us at Waka.
Oh, no,
absolutely
not. It should not happen.
Stop. Oh my god, I want to go to Nice so bad.
Skylar went to Waka and he loved it. He loved it a lot. It was cute. But yeah, so I met this guy in Nice and
A year ago.
He's a water polo player. I won't say on what team.
Like professional?
Professional.
He got that body yaddy yaddy.
Oh, Mariah. I have never seen someone in person that looks like that. And he's Hungarian.
Howdy
So
Lamani
he's
with a swimmer's body.
Very beautiful. Like his features are like very beautiful. He's very cultured. He studied agricultural engineering and he's a professional water polo player. Like what?
Wow.
I can't share his name. I don't want.
No, not his name.
Oh, his name.
Just tell me.
Oh. And so we've been talking for like 6-7 months because we didn't get to meet up in Nice because he added me on Instagram from this fun app that the queers in the audience know, and I'll leave it at that. And I was just leaving and we talked back and forth and he was like, come visit me. And I was like, oh, well, we're going to Paris and then we're going to go to Spain. So Montpellier is like a good stopping point. We'll come visit you for a little bit. So we stayed with him for 2 days or 2 nights. And I cooked him food after practice.
Oh.
And I
You're
took
on
care
your
of his,
wifey shit.
Yes.
That's your dream.
It was my dream. Mine is Skylar. But like it was definitely because Skylar was there.
Skylar was there for it.
He was there.
Fun to look at.
Skylar was fun to look at. He was definitely cock blocking us a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, he's got a really cute hamster. Yeah, he's
I didn't know where that sentence was going, but I wasn't gonna guess hamster.
And he's very nerdy. He has like a little teddy bear that he sleeps with. Like, he's adorable.
He's
like
emotionally available.
he's so emotionally available.
Not your usual type.
I know, I'm changing.
Available.
The Aries full moon
Not straight.
happened, and I'm in a whole different vibe because I'm a triple fire sign,
Okay.
and this whole
Ooh, that hit
transitional
you.
period that's happening. Oh, don't you know how I lost my phone? That
I
was
we gotta tell
on
that
the
story.
Aries full moon.
Oh, well, of
Yeah,
course.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Of
we'll
course
get
on the
there.
full moon.
Yeah, of course. So, yeah, he's very emotionally available, very not straight, which is new for me. For the people who know me, very new for me. I like them straight
Not closeted?
and not closeted. No, not straight and not closeted. Well, I mean, okay, minus the fact that he's a professional athlete, so like he's the
Maybe
boys.
not like
the boys
Maybe not the locker room
Yeah,
talk.
I don't think the locker room.
I feel like the French are
knows.
very.
Yeah,
Well, I guess he's Hungarian, but
but that's even. I feel like they're even worse.
the French.
Like
But the French are, I feel like, are chill now.
they're chill, but I think it's just more like the sports
Yeah,
vibes.
sports culture.
And you're like
Yeah.
nude pretty much.
Is
in
he
the
from
pool.
Hungary?
Yeah.
He's from Hungary, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And so yeah, that was great. He's a really awesome person. I will be seeing him in a couple of months again, which is great. But that's just like
So
one
things
of-
went really well with him.
with him, yes, yeah. But that's just catch flights, not feelings.
Hey,
So or
we've heard that one before.
in this case trains, but yes.
yes,
Yes.
we tried the not catching of feelings, and we didn't do well at it.
Well, that's just wait.
Especially
for the,
Kaylee.
Wait for the next city because
Okay.
that's when it all went.
Okay. So
It was sour.
do you feel like this is a like when you stop in his city fun thing, or do you feel like you could like
Well,
grow into something?
I mean, like the nice thing is like when Skylar went to go hang out with the girl and climb, and so we had some time alone, and we were talking. It's like we definitely both want the same things, like he wants to have a farm and like raise animals. I really like to actually garden, and like
Really?
like really garden with the vegetables and the fruits and tools and stuff. Yeah, and so like I definitely see it. And when I was, because I'm, as y'all will probably start hearing, I'm a little crazy, but in the like
In a
chaotic,
really fun
chaotic
way.
good for sure,
Yeah.
yeah. But I was like looking up like properties in Hungary, and I was like, okay, like what would it look like, if this is like the vibe, and it's like I could see.
I bet it's
and-
affordable.
Yeah, it is. Oh, and he's age appropriate, 27, 28.
Wow.
He's 28 actually. He's older than me.
Perfect.
Yes.
I love that for you.
Yes.
Me too. I feel like okay.
Yeah. So.
I'll come visit you on
That
the
was that
Yeah,
was concubine number 1 because that might need to be cut out. Honestly, that was a little aggressive.
No, that's fine.
We just So that was the first boy. There were other boys in Amsterdam, but they're not important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Side quests.
Side quests, but maybe circle back.
You
to
went
them.
back to Amsterdam,
I
right?
did. Yes.
Did you stop anywhere else?
Yeah.
after?
So then I was in Barcelona,
Oh, yeah.
which is like
Barcelona.
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 So talk about your languages that you can speak.
So I speak Spanish like 80% fluently. So I always feel like I have the best time in Barcelona just because I can actually engage in the culture. I speak enough Dutch to get around.
Oh, wow.
People think I'm Dutch in Europe. I think
I could totally see
yeah,
that.
I think it's
see
the way
it.
that I dress and how my hair is
you
cut
fit
and my
in that
facial
culture.
structure
It adds
looks
up to-
Dutch.
It does.
And so people really truly believe I'm Dutch. So everyone always speaks Dutch to me, and I'm good at picking up languages and have a lot of Dutch friends. So Dutch, Spanish, and now that I've been going to Europe so much, I understand Portuguese and Italian enough where I have Italian friends, the people that I was posting on Instagram earlier. They don't speak Spanish or English that well, but they speak enough where it's if they speak Italian to me and I respond in Spanish, we can get along.
Yeah, that's the really nice thing about those two languages.
yeah, they kind of overlap.
Yeah, they overlap a lot.
Spanish helped us in Italy.
Yeah, it really does. And same with Portugal too. So those are my 3 main languages.
Okay.
And I'm really open to learning more. I want to learn
I
a
could see
good
you
amount
speaking
of
French. Or
yeah.
something.
French should be the next one that I should probably learn, to be honest, because it's helpful.
It's also important to know at least the basics in France. We've talked about this.
yes.
You need because they're not going to speak to you in English.
No,
even
and
if
the
they
thing
know.
is, they speak English
Yeah.
very well,
They're just like
as well as other European countries. They just choose
you're
not
in
to.
my country. They're like, no.
Yeah.
It's so funny how we go there and we're like, we get it because we're visiting your country, but then we get mad at people when they come here and people here get mad. Sorry, I'm like talking in circles. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
I think I know what you're trying to say.
A conservative,
here are
annoying, like white supremacist will be like, speak English, and we're like, fuck you. But then we go to France and they're like, speak French, and we're like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
it's because
It's like I see the.
But it's not. I feel like in France.
it's because we feel that way out of like a form of like guilt and want to respect like to another culture, whereas
That's true.
when white people are like speak English, they're like
It's giving assimilation vibes.
Yeah.
racism.
Assimilate.
It's racism.
Yeah, and the French are like, join us.
Are like,
Yeah.
Participate.
It's proud. It's not
proud.
like-
They're proud of their language. And they also, I think it's just like something like really true about Romance languages. I think it's why they call it Romance languages, is because something that it's really hard for me, and I will probably see me talk around in circles because I haven't spoken English like this in a while. So give me some time. But it's hard to express yourself in English, like your like dreams, your wishes, your feelings. But like in the Romance languages, there are like specific adjectives and like verb tenses and all this other stuff to like express yourself.
Aww.
And it's so much easier to like talk about how you feel. Yeah, and so I think that's also why the French are like, speak French to me, because like they can't really. It's not that they don't know English; it's that like a lot of the stuff they want to say doesn't actually translate.
Well,
to
it's
English
English is so textbook.
so like uniform. So
And they're like,
and it doesn't actually make any sense.
it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Coming from someone that tries to teach people how to spell and read.
Yeah, it's like dyslexia is not
Doesn't it?
real. You just like English just makes no sense.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, oh my God.
No, dyslexia is real. Trust me. But like, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to spread fake news on this podcast. It's very real.
it's very real.
PSA.
Just so clear. So Barcelona.
Blinking memo on there.
Yeah.
Dyslexia is real. Yes.
After Barcelona, was that your last?
So yeah, Barcelona. So that's where this is where it
Greece is in there
becomes.
somewhere.
This is where it becomes like a whole trip and a
Greece.
half. So like, Skylar and I, it's like our second to last day in Barcelona, and we both meet people at the same club.
Wow, that's so
Like,
fun.
Skylar met this really beautiful French woman named Lou, and I met this really beautiful Spanish American man named Simone. And
What?
Why are we guessing it?
I don't know.
They're
The
hot.
name makes it
They're
just,
hot
like the names make it
Lou
more
and
real.
Simone. That's like so. Those
What?
Those are like such European, you
Yeah.
know, names.
Really great names.
Yeah, and yeah, Simone grew up in New York, and then his mom is Spanish, and so we had like Skylar and I kind of just were like, all right, like we met our people.
Yep.
I was supposed to go to the south of France with him. I'd already been to the south of France. He was like, Lou wants to meet me in the south of France, so Skylar went to the south of France,
Whoa.
and Simone lives in Barcelona. So I got an Airbnb and it was with Simone for the weekend.
That's so.
Like this stuff doesn't happen here. You
No,
have to go to Europe for it.
Can't do this here.
And also,
really.
like, it's way easier to travel and more affordable to find places to stay.
Yeah.
Like, even you couldn't even like meet someone at a bar tomorrow. That's like
No, and we like live here.
from like Arizona or
Yeah.
some shit, and be like, oh well, I want to like go spend the weekend.
Let's
with you
go
in
to
Arizona. Let me
Vegas.
just, like,
Yeah, can't afford it.
Can't afford that.
Sorry.
It'd be like $1,000.
hundreds of dollars.
Like-
Yeah. It was like, I mean, I got a super nice Airbnb for like, it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday to Monday for like €350.
Whoa.
And that's split between two people. That's €150 for the weekend.
Yeah.
You know, like that's insane. That's like $175. Like for you,
For you, Americans.
for everyone else,
You.
throughout, depending on the exchange rate and tomorrow's results.
Okay, so
Sorry.
yeah, no, real. So after Polo Guy,
Yeah.
you're with Simone. How are you feeling at this point? Like, are you like still thinking about Polo
I'm just
Guy?
polyamorous as fuck. You
Okay,
know,
that's so
like
fair.
that's like the real, like that's what I feel like. That's another.
You
thing
can
I've-
handle emotionally
Yeah.
tied to multiple people at
Yeah.
a time.
Well, that's where I think I've learned. Like, it was speaking on travel too. It's like not only has it been really good for my profession, but it's been really good for me to like explore my sexuality
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like growing up in Portland, even though it's so progressive here from like a sexuality standpoint, we went to Catholic school.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so much time that I feel like I would have had 4 years of high school to
I
like
agree.
explore those things. And so I feel like I'm catching up amongst a lot of people.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's real. Like I'm just very polyamorous.
Well, and there's so much to sexuality, and there's so much to what you want in a relationship, what you want in sex, and
Yeah.
you have to. It's not just like black and white either.
No.
Like it's fluid,
No.
and you have to like learn as you go. And I'm sure through life things
Just change.
are fluid,
Yeah.
and it depends on the era you're in and all
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, to go back to your question, I feel like it was interesting because like it's just so different because like just like really dope like European water polo. Oh, you said
Do you want me to bleep it out?
Yes.
Okay.
Whoops.
It'll be bleeped.
Okay,
We
thank
come up
you.
with a fun nickname for him.
Yeah,
We do like nicknames.
I think we should call him polo player.
Polo player.
Yeah,
Polo
polo
player.
player. PP.
Oh,
I like that.
so I was hanging out with PP.
I like that.
PP, yeah. So PP. No, I can't authentically say that
Seriously,
multiple
talk
times.
about it.
Yeah, polo player. It's just like, you know, it's like you have those kind of like fantasies about European boys,
Yeah.
and it's like he is the fantasy, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, but then Simone, like as someone who like loves Latin American culture and Spanish culture and all of that stuff, he's also from the US. There's like a level that I got with him in like 2 days
Right.
that would take me like a year to get with polo player, you know?
Yeah.
So it was,
yeah.
and he's like, come to New York for New Year's. And I'm like, that sounds dope. I
Yeah.
can do that, you know? Like, that's a
Yeah.
thing I can do. Like, was like, let's go to Morocco. And like, that's kind of pushing it. So, like, you know?
But Morocco
Morocco would be dope. But like, so, yeah, I mean, Simone was great. Like, it was one of those things where I feel like we both have a lot of like boyish energy. So we just like played, you know, for the
Aw.
weekend. We like
That's so
went to
cute.
the beach,
Cute.
went to the gym, made food, went clubbing.
Y'all did life together for a few days.
We just lived it. We just like shacked up.
Yeah. Played house.
We played house, and it was pretty dope.
That's literally my dream.
And we didn't like have
But I wouldn't want it to
sex,
end.
you know, like
At all?
No.
Wow.
But it was like we were like, this is like a real vibe.
Yeah.
We need to like not, you know,
That's awesome.
have sex yet. So
Wow, I actually feel like that makes it so much more intimate.
I do too.
yeah, it was like
It makes it more real almost.
we like cuddled and watched cartoons on Sunday night. I mean Sunday morning, like
literally a
because I was
dream.
like, that's what I used to do on Sunday. He's like, that's what I used to do on Sunday too. So we just like watched cartoons on Sunday.
That's
and,
so
like,
cute.
chilled and like garden on the balcony.
So much bleeping in this
Yeah. we gardened on the balcony. Yes.
Speaking of.
Okay, so you have this weekend with Simone,
Yeah.
and then what comes next?
I go back to Amsterdam.
Wait, what about Greece?
Greece is the end.
It's later.
It's
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so then
Oh, yeah.
because I'm absolutely reckless, like truly reckless, as you'll hear as it continues. But so yeah, like scholars in south of France, my friend Reed, who I mentioned earlier, he's my college friend. He was going to his sister's wedding, so his house was open for the week of Amsterdam, and he's got a really beautiful cat named Bonja, which means little bean in Dutch. And she is a little bean. She's like fluffy and she's the cutest
So
cat
you had
ever.
a free place to stay and a cat to hang out with?
Yeah, so like
And it's convenient for your friend because you
Yeah.
took care of
You
the
got to
cat.
watch the
that's
cat.
my traveling like that's why I travel so much, because it's like
You have
I have enough people that like I try to plan my like traveling around like those type of events. And when I was in Amsterdam, he was like, yeah, we're gonna be gone for Amsterdam dance event. He was like hinting, and they saved probably like $700 on a cat sitter.
Yeah.
And I just sat and kicked it with the cat and went to this. Oh yeah, so
Wow.
the reason why I went back to Amsterdam is there's this really great event. Definitely check it out if you can. Called Amsterdam Dance Event, and it's like the meeting of the rave culture. So like all electronic music, like there's 1,000+ events going on in the city for 5 days at all the clubs. It was insane. Like truly.
Wow.
The craziest thing I've ever experienced. It's like better than Tomorrowland. Like people are like, "Oh, Tomorrowland!" Like this is like it's like Austin City Limits, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like in the Netherlands with like there are train raves. You like buy a ticket for the train, and there's a DJ on the train cart,
Oh my god. That's
and you're just
so
raving
sick.
on the train, raving in the church, raving in the library, raving in the salon. Like it's like every space in the Netherlands. In Amsterdam.
In awe.
They must have so
becomes-
many DJs there.
They come from all around the
so
world.
many drugs.
Yeah, I mean, like, so
So many drugs.
I mean, the song by Ma P, Drugs in Amsterdam,
Yeah.
is real.
It's
It's
the rumors
real.
are true.
And it's like little caveat. It's also just one of those things. It's like what Portland should have done with our drug decriminalization, where it's like in the Netherlands, people call it a narco state, and it kind of is, but like they produce their drugs in the same factory that like they're producing pharmaceuticals. And so it's like all the drugs are like clean and like tested.
Oh, people aren't dying of overdoses all the
No.
time?
It's
Crazy. No fentanyl to worry about.
Wow.
No, and I can't confirm or deny this, but like you, you can like it's you can get drugs quicker than you can get like Uber Eats, you know, and it's like the same process. You like order what you want.
It's
Oh
so
my God.
crazy.
So I've been told. You order what you want, and you like say where you are.
Cravings box.
Exactly. Yeah, cravings box
Yep.
of all the cravings of all those things, all those tools for gardening.
Yeah.
All
all the different plants.
all the different plants, but and it comes to you in like 20 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah, wherever you are in the city.
That's just
Yeah,
wow.
it's crazy.
We've never been to Amsterdam. It's like one of our top
You got
Yeah.
goals.
It was on the
We
list for
have
the last
to go
trip.
with
we have to
Yeah.
go. Like you have to let me take you to Amsterdam.
Please.
Oh
Yes,
my
because
God.
it's my second home, 100%. Like Portland, Amsterdam. Those are
Those are
my homes.
home bases.
Those are my home bases. Yeah.
Wow. I would love to be able to say that about somewhere else in the world.
I know.
It's my
I
home.
don't have any other home
You'll get
bases.
there.
One day.
London.
London. Yeah. London does
anywhere.
feel like
It would
home,
be
If you
actually.
guys move to, I
mean, I've only been twice,
to
but it does
London.
feel
I want to move to London
It only
too.
takes 2. I mean, it's like doesn't take that much. If you like love it, if you
I'm
like,
currently being
love a
convinced
place.
to teach abroad.
It's like
I want to
excellent.
hear because in Amsterdam the
Yeah.
phone thing happened. So you got to tell this story from the beginning.
Oh God. Okay. So
Because it's full moon.
yeah, full
Okay,
moon.
Set the stage.
Yeah. So like, okay. So the vibes had already been kind of like off. Like I think a lot of the reasons why I stayed in Barcelona and Skylar went to the south of France is like we definitely need some time. Like just like when when you're traveling with people
Yeah,
for a really
it's
long
hard.
time, it's
Yeah.
like you want to keep the friendship. It's the first time
Yeah,
you
yeah.
travel with them. You want to make sure that you get space. So we got space. The vibes are like kind of off overall. And then I made this plan with one of my homies. I only met him a couple times, and kind of for the whole event.
Uh-huh.
And I get there, and like it's just like I feel this kind of energy where I'm like excited, but then also kind of like a little nervous, and just like it's a lot, and it's like the biggest thing I've kind of done, I think, like in a traveling sense. And I'm charging my phone. We get in the taxi, and I have this like red jacket on. It's like a dad's jacket, so it's like really big. And I think I put my phone in my jacket, and then between the taxi and when we sit down to smoke a cigarette, my phone's gone.
You're like on the street.
It's like we're on the street,
Uh-oh.
like phone's gone. And like as I was getting out of the taxi, there's this Dutchman that was like looking at me like concerned, but he didn't say anything. So I think someone was like pickpocketing me as he was looking at me. Didn't say anything. And then within like 2 minutes of me getting my friend's phone to like do the Find My iPhone, I see that it's around. I'm trying to lock it, but then it's not connected to internet.
Oh,
They do it fast.
They do it so
real quick.
fast.
I wonder, like, when you were getting out of the car, someone.
I think they were scoping. I think they were scoping up.
Yeah.
Like they're like, there's a taxi of tourists. We shouldn't have taken the taxi. Like it was unnecessary to take the taxi. Like
Do locals not really take taxis?
no, not at all. And like I don't usually take a taxi either. But like my friend's like, just he's very particular, and so he like was like, we gotta get there now. Let's take a taxi.
Yeah,
and I was like, all right, let's take a taxi. And so yeah, phone got stolen. Luckily, I was with my
oof.
friend. So,
We've been there.
oh yeah, it was actually.
He solved this problem in a much smarter way.
Well, I also had my computer.
Yeah.
So it was like a very different situation for you guys, because like I had my Mac, so it's like I could communicate with people. I had a friend there. I had a place to stay for like a week.
You still had money.
I still had money. I had my debit card as
Yeah.
well. Like so, like all of that was good. Yeah, and then I just like, but the thing is though, the wildest part about it, 'cause you know me, when my phone breaks, I don't like to get a new phone for a while.
Yeah.
And
He's like, oh man,
I guess I'll just go
that
with that.
sucks. Yeah. But
bummer.
I was so present, like.
Who's here?
I have no idea. I forgot that it was
Kinda
like a
scary.
Halloween
That was
ringtone.
kinda scary.
That was frightening.
Like,
I was actually about to shit my pants.
It's okay, you guys.
heart rate went up.
Oh, it's my neighbor.
Where did we leave off?
The
phone.
The phone.
But you were good because you had.
It honestly wasn't
stuff.
the worst thing. And now I got the iPhone 8.
Hey, yo.
He called me and was like, when you called me and I answered, like, I felt like the way that you, like, the tone of your voice, I was literally like, what's wrong? What happened? Like, I, like, thought something really, and you're like, I just need your advice because, and I was like, oh God, my phone got stolen. And I'm like, oh, because my phone got stolen a few months ago. But after you told me, like, you had stuff with you, I'm like, it's fine, literally. But then I remember I told you, buy the cheap phone. Don't do what we did.
Buy that cheap phone.
Buy the cheap phone.
They sold it to me for 100
Except you, oh my God.
Yeah.
What I would give to have only spent 100 euro.
Yes.
I spent.
We could have borrowed that from the lads.
literally 10 times. Wait. 10 times?
Oh, yeah.
10 times that per month.
Hey, but you got it. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we
European
do
phone.
we do be having those new phones.
But the iPhone 8's great. It's
You
honestly-
travel enough though, you should have travel insurance. You should do that.
I should. I did not. So
I mean, it's okay. 100
it was
euro.
fun. Also, like, my phone was so fucked up. So it's like, to be honest, like, shout out to them for stealing the
The
camera.
shitty phone.
The camera was literally cracked. I mean, you guys saw my front camera. When
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Oh, my front camera was like all pixelated. Like it
Oh,
was.
God.
It was.
They were probably like,
phone.
fuck,
Wait.
shit, are you kidding? This is the phone I stole.
Yeah.
So you got the iPhone 8.
Yeah. So got the iPhone 8, and like, yeah, I was the most present that I've ever really been, honestly. And so it was like really nice to like do this music festival, where I was like, I kind of had to do what my friend wanted to do, which is like good for me because I tend to like have my side quests.
Yeah.
And just like not see people for like a day.
Yeah.
So it forced me to like do the plan that my friend had kind of set up. And yeah, I was just like so present, met some really cool people. Got like, it was nice because like my friend like only wanted to do like one of the days or a couple of days. And so I got to bring like one of my other Dutch friends for the first night. He came out, stayed in the house, was chilling. And then Felice, which is my Italian friend who I did the program with, was yeah.
So full circle.
Yeah, it was so cute. But he came the next day, and then we did that day together. And then my friend Max, who is like honestly my best friend in the Netherlands, he's a lot younger. He's like 21, but he's tall ginger boy, kills
Tall
the game.
ginger boy.
Yeah, he took me to like the coolest club, and it was like honestly it was the best night. We had a good time, and then did the last 2 nights with Felice.
In
So fun. In Amsterdam.
And then
Yeah,
Amsterdam.
And then I went to Greece.
You've been to Greece before?
I had one
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Greece was
So all these places
top
you
of
have
my
been
list.
yeah,
before.
no new places
No new
this trip.
places. Okay.
Except I hadn't been to the city that I went to in Greece, Kardamili, and the past like year I've just been kind of going to Paris, Amsterdam, and Barcelona, and so it actually was really nice for me because it was the first time I had gone to a new city in like 2 years,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh yeah, like there are all these other cities that I need to
There's
now
so
go
many.
check out.
Yeah.
I need
There's
to
so
like
many
get
to
myself.
see.
There's so many cool cities.
I want to go to the mall.
Yeah, so like flew into Athens, and then got on a bus. Like I literally did not. I spent like an hour in Athens, got on a bus, drove 3 hours, and then I was with like my 3 guy best friends from Grant, at my friend Skylar's aunt's house.
Wow.
It was awesome.
So you know like people everywhere.
Yeah, that's what.
That's
how I
that's the
can do
thing.
it.
The more you travel, the more friends you make, and then the less expensive
It
travel
becomes.
becomes.
Yeah.
That's true. So you got to start traveling
You
now.
gotta start traveling now because it's gonna
This
be.
is your sign.
It'll be expensive
to go
for like
travel.
the first couple times you do these trips, but then after that, it's like you just are going to see your friends.
Yeah, but it helps that you frequent certain places.
Yes.
So like
that's
you
how-
have friends
You're
in
setting
Barcelona
roots
and you
down.
have
I'm
friends
setting
in
roots.
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like how I see it is like, and this might be like a stretch, so like don't come for me in the comments for this, but like, come for me if you want to. I'll come back at you, okay?
Oh.
He's in the comments.
Yeah, I will do it. Like, come for me and you'll see. Like, but I just feel like Amsterdam, Paris, and Barcelona are just Portland, San Francisco, and LA, but in Europe. So like, they're really.
Which one is LA?
LA is Barcelona, San Francisco is Paris, and Portland is Amsterdam. Like vibes wise, the cities are like, obviously different, but
Right.
like, Barcelona's by the beach. It's like Mediterranean vibes. It's like clubs and like all the fun things, and everyone's really pretty. Paris is like cold and wet sometimes, and like it's really like, you know, like it's beautiful, but like it's got San Francisco vibes. And then Portland, Amsterdam, you know,
I see it.
gardening's legal and like all that stuff.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so
Lots of
like,
bridges.
Yeah, and like I spent a lot of time in my youth, like younger youth, in those 3 cities. So it feels really cool to kind of explore and get to know the European versions of those cities.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
special.
really cool.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
It's like
I love
full
that
circle.
you did, like, you threw in though a new city. I feel like that's cool. Like each
Yeah.
time,
Yeah,
do a new.
yeah. I tried
Spot?
to do, and I hadn't been to Montpellier either, so that was new as well. That was solely to
Cool.
visit Polo Player.
Polo player
Yeah, I'm not gonna like go back to
Polo
Montpellier.
Player.
For any reason.
is.
Except for that.
Yeah.
Did you get to see him play polo?
No, he was very like. Well, he was dealing with an injury, and it was the national championship game,
Oof.
like the weekend after we left.
Oh wow.
So he was very stressed. And I think he's like team captain based off of.
Polo is like a crazy sport.
It's insane, and especially to do when you're like
kinda funny.
28.
to just like tread water
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
you play a sport.
Would you get the ick watching him tread?
No,
Like
I
underwater,
watched-
their feet.
I watched
yeah,
the
if it was like a
video.
glass pool.
maybe. I watched a
Upper
video.
half, great.
Yeah,
I don't want to see the feet.
Yeah, I don't have the feet, but I watched a video of him, like of them playing. I can't tell you if they won or not. 'cause
I would
that
do a
give it
deep
away.
dive if I was you, knowing that like he's somewhat of a public figure. So
Oh,
I'd
I
be
did.
like, well,
Oh.
I'm looking him
I
up on
did a
Google.
Well,
Like,
I mean, with my ex Miles, he was like a swimmer.
yeah,
I like did a deep dive.
Miles. Ooh.
Honestly, Polo Player.
I thought you were gonna say like
A
honestly
more-
about Miles or something. I'm like,
Wait,
No,
that's so true. I was
a
like, wait.
more attractive version of like a so much more attractive version.
bet.
It's like he like resembled him, but was like fit and like
Oh.
intelligent.
But was like fit.
Sorry, Miles.
Fit and intelligent. I hope you're watching this, and I'm not sorry. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to cover
That'd be
this.
crazy if he was watching this.
That was a
He,
crazy
like, found
story
it.
too. We should tell that one on here sometime.
Yeah,
my
we'll do
God.
a story episode where we just like
Yeah.
tell
Yeah, we should all come with like our 2 favorite us stories.
Ooh,
Oh, I
that's
love
good.
that.
Okay,
That'd
we
be
could do
so
that.
fun.
And we can always do an episode when you're traveling. We just
I
hop on
would
Zoom.
love to be a correspondent.
Oh,
so
Of course,
Love it.
yeah, I would.
He's
use,
like in the corner of all
I
of our
can like
episodes.
I can like set up my own little thing.
That would be
Just,
really
like,
funny.
You like go like pan back to
Yeah.
like out here in Europe.
Oh my god,
That's
it's
actually
like
really popular.
it's like our vertion of Pass the Plate on Disney Channel.
Whoa.
Oh my God. Wait, what is
And-
zucchini? Or is it?
Oh
What does she say?
god, what is it? Zucchini? It might be.
What's zucchini?
What's-
I don't know. I don't remember. Anyways,
Uh,
but how was Greece? Was there any Greek men,
Um,
women?
oh Lord. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. On the so like
Oh,
no
Lord.
Greek,
Oh Lord.
no Greek men like during. Oh wait, no, that's a lie. Actually, Greece was like my best country when it came to men. Now that I think
Oh.
about it, I kind of like feel like I blocked that part out, like because my concept of what Greece was, looking back at it, was I was hiking every day and swimming.
Mm-hmm.
But when I think about it, there are 3 men actually that I met
Oh.
during the
Three.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first night actually I got to Greece, and it's one of those things too when you're traveling, like you start seeing the serendipity of like your decisions,
Mm.
because like I was gonna stay the night in Athens, but I got off the plane. I was like, I just want to get to my friends. I'm gonna take this bus and get there. And then literally within an hour of being in this city, we get to this bar, and this guy is just winking at me. Like I come into the bar, he winks at me. I go out to the bar, smoke a cigarette, he winks at me. You know me, I pick them out. Like I see a man and I'm like, he's cute.
I get
Mhm.
you,
And
girl.
then, like, yeah,
I get
he's
you,
cute.
girl.
Me too, and then I do nothing about it.
Well, recently I've been very
But it's okay because
socially-
I'll do something for us.
Exactly.
That's so
That's
true.
like you gotta have. This
Yeah.
is a great dynamic, like win women energy
It
for
is.
sure.
Yeah.
Because Kaylee will like talk you down if you're being like
Yeah.
you're going a little bit too far.
Yeah.
If it's not the right
Or we'll
person.
talk each other up.
Yes. Yes.
We're like,
It could go
wait. We're actually both the most fun, beautiful people in this room.
Yep.
So,
So like, is it even necessary?
Literally.
Exactly. Which I feel like we do together too. Like I feel like when we're
Yeah.
together, it's
We're a
like
good group out.
good energy,
together. I
good
think we have
energy.
guaranteed good time.
Yeah,
Yes,
for sure.
guaranteed good time.
Yeah.
We were the most fun in the room for sure.
Period.
So yeah, Freddie's winking at me, and then like I don't know, like I recently in the past couple months have been like feeling a little socially anxious around dudes. I think I also was rejected, like did well in Europe, but was also rejected a lot.
Mm.
So I think I was having rejection anxiety
Yeah.
during that time in a small town. So I was like, this is like my option, you know, like of the week.
Yeah.
And so
Flavor of the week.
Flavor of the week.
yeah, flavor. I mean, that is pretty much what it was. Different flavors of the week.
Shit, it was.
That's Europe.
Yeah.
That is Europe.
That is Europe.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's the best part.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we're like he's winking at me, and then I keep like I got accidentally drunk because I kept going up to the bar
I got accidentally
to like
drunk.
get a drink.
Me with my social anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Literally.
Like I got accidentally.
That's why
drunk.
I try really hard actively like not to drink much
Yeah.
when I'm out anymore, because I'll anxiously just
Yes,
keep sipping
anxiously.
on my drink, and then I'm like, oh well, I need something else in my hand.
Yeah, so that's what
Soda
happened.
water with lime, baby.
Yeah. Well, on Friday I was drinking kombucha at the bar, and it was a very nice switch up.
Yeah.
And I think I got like a little. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's like 0.09%.
Yeah, it's like you know it's
The buzz was
alcoholic.
crazy.
Yeah.
Little placebo vibes.
Yeah.
It
It does. There is
exactly
a
what it is.
placebo vibe.
It's like perfect because you feel tastes like
You need
alcohol.
to drink something that looks like
You
you're
just
drinking
pretend.
alcohol,
Yeah,
and
just
it
pretend.
yeah.
And then you're there,
It
and then you're
happens.
not hungover in the morning. So yeah, Freddie just keeps like he obviously wants to engage with me, but he's like in this like conversation with this like older man who's like it's a bunch of old people. Like it's a retiree to like vacation town. So it's like a bunch of old people at this jazz festival. So he's like in this conversation with this other English boy. Man, he's definitely a man. He's like 55 years old.
English boy.
Who runs like ultra marathons. So they were talking.
What's an ultra marathon?
It's where you run like in the mountains for like 40 miles.
Pass.
Yeah. So he
Could never.
like this man like does ultra marathons. And so Freddie was like involved in this conversation, and he's like he's a very respectful English boy. So like he is not gonna like, and the guy was buying him drinks, so he's not gonna like cut the conversation off. But I like accidentally bumped into him, like actually like truly. No, like truly. I mean, I also put myself next to him, so like there's, but like I actually bumped into him, and then he like looked at me and then winked at me, and so I was like, okay, what's your name? He's like, I'm Freddie.
Yeah, let's just jump to
Let's
it.
just jump to it.
Stop the winking.
No, like I
let's
was
get
like,
into it.
well, yeah, I was like, we did like 4, and I've been waiting for him to text me back for a couple days because I want to like confront him about why he was winking at me.
Please.
Because we went on a really nice date the next day. But anyway, so like we talk, like we exchange numbers, and then because I'm drunk and it's jazz festival, they had open mic,
Yup.
and I sung
Yep.
at the jazz festival, like it's a Wonderful World, I think, by Stevie Wonder. Is it Stevie Wonder? It's not Stevie.
What a wonderful world.
But it's not by Stevie Wonder.
It's not Stevie Wonder.
It's
I don't know.
God.
Passage.
I'm gonna. They're gonna come
Oh,
at me.
this is shameful. We should know the
They're
answer
gonna
to
come at
this.
me in the comments for this one. I'm gonna deserve it.
We should all know.
We
that
should
off the
know
top
this
of our
one. I
head.
see trees, red roses too.
Louis Armstrong.
Damn it!
I see them
Obviously.
bloom for me and you. So I sung that song. And I
to myself.
what a wonderful world! I had to. It was too easy. But
You just looked like Bob from Beetlejuice.
I know.
when you did
I really just like brought the spooky
you made
season
that
back
face,
out.
Bob is
so
crazy.
I don't know why.
For the people on the camera who probably didn't see it, it was pretty crazy. So yeah, like I sing to Freddie pretty much,
Ooh.
and he's like, "Wow, I like, didn't know you sung," and I was like, "Neither did I."
Oh, come on.
Everybody else
with
knows.
a microphone. You're going to go
I had to sing. And
Come on.
and I
A
was
few
like-
drinks, a mic,
theater
a pole,
kid.
or
I
a
was,
stage.
I was the most like jazzy motherfucker in that space. You know what I mean? You know, and so like,
I do know you.
yeah. So it was like, and my name's Quincy. Also,
Yeah.
rip to Quincy.
Yeah.
Rip to Quincy
truly,
Jones.
yeah.
But so yeah, and so I sung, and then we like met up the next day. It was actually very romantic. We had a sunset swim. After we both had
Greece.
in Greece.
Can you imagine?
So in Greece, sunset swim, and then like grabbed a beer and an ice cream, and then got some more beers, chain smoked like a pack of cigarettes, and then went to the Slovakia place,
This is my dream.
had some really good food, and then like bought a couple beers and then chilled by the ocean, or the sea, I should say, chilled by the sea, and just talked, and then he went home.
Wow.
What does it feel like to live my dream?
kind of sad because he hasn't texted me back really. Yeah.
Well, we've felt that one too.
Because he
Yeah,
was
I've
like
been there.
he was like, come visit me in London, and you know me, if you're saying come visit me in London, I'm gonna come visit
I
you in
will
London.
come visit you in London. But the fact that if I moved abroad, I would see you more often.
You would.
is actually
Honestly,
crazy.
You would.
if you made the decision to move abroad, I would go. That would be like if, because I feel like you would think through it so much more than me. So
Yeah,
if you were
unlike
like,
your green flag.
I'd be like,
You're like, oh, so this is reasonable.
so I could do it too. Like she thought that through. That means that I'm not being super
That means that you're not
impulsive.
being impulsive. Yeah. Now, if you and I tried to move to Europe together,
Oh God, now we're in real trouble.
we would make it like 2 months.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh
Something
my
would
God.
happen.
Something would happen.
We'd have no money.
I think
Yeah,
we'd run
you
out of
would
money.
both, you would have to come home.
You have to come home. And so yeah, Freddie was great, but he was like, yeah, because he was like, come visit me in London, like, because he was
London.
very flirty with me, like obviously we were on a date, but he was like, because I was like, yeah, like I just like
The British
haven't.
are so cheeky.
They're so I
so
loved
charming.
it. So charming.
Like, the banter.
Yeah, the banter was
with
so.
the British
he was
man?
like, let's go sit by this candle and like all. It was so cute, and he was just like, at the end of it, I mean, we were both kind of drunk, but he was just like, yeah, come visit me in London, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm down, like. I just like haven't, because the last time I went to London, the Queen was dead, and I like that was there.
That was crazy. You were there literally during the procession.
And I did not plan it either. Like I was like going
Just to be clear.
like I did not want to go.
I
see
actually
the Queen.
killed the Queen.
Well, I stood in line for like, because I was like, okay, I'm here. All the clubs are closed. Like
as
no
well
one's
go to this
doing anything.
monumental
Might as well.
But, yeah,
See
might
the
as well.
history
And so I
moment.
saw her, and then it was crazy.
Saw
The
her.
hostel that I was booked in was on the procession. So I'm just like at the hostel, like out looking outside the balcony, and she's just driving by in a hearse.
She is driving by.
She's just
She's
driving by in
gonna drive
her.
by in the hearse. I'm definitely on a journey to find love, and so I think the only way for you
Welcome back to The Bachelor.
welcome back. I'm on the journey to find love again.
That's literally what they always say.
in
We're
my
back at
life.
Bachelor Mansion, live here with Quincy, our golden bachelor.
A golden bachelor.
bachelor.
Our gay bachelor.
Gay bachelor.
The
Let's go.
first gay bachelor.
That would be crazy.
Well, except for Colton, but they didn't know.
They didn't know. He's so hot.
He'd be having a baby now.
already having a baby.
Ooh, so great.
Yeah,
we love queer parents.
We do. We really
Love
do.
good queer parents because they're gonna raise some really good.
Really good
kids.
kids.
That's so true.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
That
flag.
intelligence.
Can't wait to be a queer parent. Honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that was Freddie. Hopefully we'll see Freddie because I'm gonna go to London at the end of the year. So like I hope I see him.
So
I don't
we're
feel
all
like
going to
I don't feel like
London.
4 days is crazy either.
No, not at all.
Didn't you say it's been 4 days?
Yeah, like that's
Yeah,
what
that's
3 to
not
4
like-
days. It's not
That's
like.
not like a ghost.
Well,
or
it's also
anything
just like
that.
it was one of those things. Was like you were winking at me for like an hour and a half.
Right.
So it's like text me back, you know, like or like because like the thing I texted him was so easy. Like he could have just been like, I said this. I gave him an out, and he just didn't text me back. It's super weird. I was like, where is it? I was like, hey dude, I think I'm gonna come to the UK around the 12th of December. You still down if I crash with you, or is that just a drunk offer?
Oh, fair
So I
enough.
gave him an out, and he just
did.
didn't respond. But he's also, I think he's the type of guy who's like, he like is a, what's it called? He's a carpenter, and I think he's just like very like into his
Strong
work.
hands.
in the moment kind
In
of
the
guy.
moment kind of dude.
He's probably
He's
not
not
even
on his
thinking about
phone.
December either.
He's probably not even thinking about it. So it's like, I think it's like I'm gonna like just go to London as it gets closer. We'll see if it ends up. If
Yeah.
not, I got friends in Brighton, so I'll just dip down to Brighton. But he literally said this to me. He's like, "Let me clean your palette of London."
Oh, I was like, wait, what are we talking about?
No, but he was like,
I'm like, wait a minute.
because I told him the story. I was like, I was there for the Queen, and it was super boring.
I get it.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it, and he's like, "Oh no, like I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna get you."
No,
to, like,
you're
London."
literally gonna love London. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, that was his energy. So
It's such a great city. Oh,
yeah, and so then
The Tube alone.
You gotta go to the banker.
the banker.
Yes.
See, maybe I should go to London with you guys, and then you should
Let's
we take a
all
train
go
to
to
Amsterdam.
London.
Wait, bitch.
Because you guys, I think you guys
I
get
think
London,
we're onto something.
and I get Amsterdam, and they're so close to each other that we could do that in like a week and
I
a
do
half.
feel like we know London really well.
I feel I actually had this thought literally yesterday because what's coming up in my like 1 year ago is like us booking tickets. I was like, what if I just fucked around and bought a ticket?
I think you should.
Like we could.
We could.
You can.
I have a credit card.
I've been stopping you.
I do need new tires for my car.
That is fair.
We are going to go to Costa Rica, though.
Oh, we talked about that. I could be down. You said late March, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Puerto Rico!
We don't go to Puerto
Not
Rico.
the whole thing going red when you did that.
Oh.
I want to hear a little bit
Yes.
about some experiences you had with girls on this trip.
Oh, yes. Yes. I'm bi.
Pan?
I'm bi. I'm what did the guy say? Is it Joe Jonas? No, not Joe Jonas. There's
Shawn Mendes.
Thank you.
We knew so fast.
That was crazy, the mix up between Joe Jonas and Shawn Mendes.
I'm a little culturally straight, so like bear with me
I wish
here.
Joe Jonas would say that though. That makes him
The
so
pop
much
culture
hotter.
isn't necessarily.
I'm not really there, but like, I feel like I'm where Shawn Mendes is. You know, I'm figuring it out. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
like
need a
it,
label.
I don't need a label. No. But yes, this.
No.
Well, and he very much was like, I think I'm this, and then one day I'm like, oh, whoa, maybe
Yeah.
I'm that.
I mean,
And
that's
that's what sexuality is.
yeah. Well, that's what kind of happened because it's like I am definitely in my like gay era. Like I've been pretty much only hooking up with dudes and like going on dates with guys.
Yeah.
But then this really awesome girl showed up, and she was Felice's friend. This is how it always with women. Like with women, it's always I'm introduced to them by a friend, usually by a guy friend that I'm into, that like is straight.
Oh.
Honestly, no, that's what happens. It's the same thing with Tatiana. So what happens is I go and visit a guy friend who I know is straight, but like has shown
But Quincy's like holding out hope.
no,
for.
but it's like not even hope. It's like they show interest. Like they show interest.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, because I'm a little crazy. So like I like to like see where it goes, you know. And I'm like, I'll help someone figure out their sexuality. I'm still down for that. But then Felice has this girl come over. We're pre-gaming with her, and she's the coolest girl. She like raves. She's a doctor. She's literally a doctor in the Netherlands. She was 29, so like older than me, and everything. And we just vibed so hard. And then at the end of the night, she's like, "Do you want to come home with me?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, I do.
And I did have sex with her.
I actually do want to come out with
So-
you.
Yes.
Can I ask
Yeah.
How long it had been since you had been with a woman?
Like 7 months.
Okay.
Yeah. So not like super long, but like I'm a hoe, you know. So it's like.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah, proud of it. So like, I have been with a lot of men since that.
As you should.
Let's go. But with women, it's like one of those things where it's like it's weird. Like with men, I like to wine and dine the man, but like with women, I kind of want to be wine and dined a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, and she like very much like bought me drinks.
Yes,
She gardened
doctor.
with me. She was very intellectual. She asked me really good questions.
Oh.
So yeah, I kind
Women
of.
are a special breed.
Yeah, I had a really good time with her, and we're like still texting and stuff. Like,
Wow.
so yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
Wait, was she the only woman in Europe that you met?
There were other girls. Nothing really like came of anything, you know. Like there's this really great girl I met in Barcelona. I think we just like more homie vibes, but we spent like 4 days together pretty much, and it was like we were at the coffee shop to garden. And drink coffee, but like the gardening shop, that was also a coffee shop. And
The famous ones.
The famous ones, yes, 100%.
Yes.
And we were just like, she was there every day, and that was like the coffee shop I work at when I'm in Barcelona, and like,
You work?
no, like work, like.
Oh, you work.
I was like, you work.
when-
I was like, wait a minute.
that'd be insane. Yeah. No, like that I
That
go.
was such a casual thing to
no,
drop.
that I bring my computer
Okay.
to work
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, heaven. Oh.
And so yeah, I'm just like she was always there, so I would sit with her and talk, and she'd have her computer and stuff. Yeah, so that was like, but like I think that like if I was in Barcelona longer, and like I feel like that could have turned into something, but it just wasn't
You're
in
just
the
such
cards.
a people person.
I am.
Truly, like, you can connect with most
Yeah.
people, and it doesn't matter what that person is. Sometimes there's a sexual energy.
Yeah, well,
It doesn't matter gender or anything.
so
expression.
that's something that I learned on this trip actually too, was like I've learned that I'm very able to connect with a lot of people, and sometimes I feel like it's like maybe one-sided, where it's like I'm not necessarily feeling the same way as they are, and it's like ephemeral for them. Like it's like a once in a while experience that they get to have when I'm talking myself up to a little bit too much.
No, I get what you're saying though.
Because some people don't connect like how you
People-
can
yeah,
connect
like
with people, so they think,
so they-
They
we're
think, oh, this is
connecting.
this like
we're
rare thing.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
for me, it's like it happens pretty often, And so I'm just like, in the last bit of my trip, I was very cognizant of like just communicating that to people. And you know, I feel like my cup is full with all these great people in my life. So
sweet.
Yeah.
So cute.
You're just, I think all the things you're doing is so amazing, and you're
Thank
definitely
you.
like one of the most cultured people
Oh my God.
I know, in America at least.
it's not that hard.
No.
Not that big of
Because
an
second to you,
accomplishment
I'd
over
say
here.
us.
100%.
Ooh,
I
and that
agree.
says a lot. If we're in second place, like we haven't done a whole lot.
Yeah, but we can
try.
connect with cultures. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't have that open mind to go to another place and actually like dive
Embrace it.
into a culture versus just visiting and being an observer.
Yeah.
We are similar in the sense of when we travel, we want to embrace
I want to feel like
and
live there.
pretend
home.
like this
Yeah.
is actually where I live. People go and just stay in a hotel and never actually see locals, and they never actually, you know, it's a completely different
They
experience
don't
to
make
travel
memories.
that way.
They make pictures.
that part.
That part. Well,
We do both.
yeah,
We do
there's
both.
balance.
We do both.
I think to end, I think you just saying something to someone who's never traveled yet, or it's on their bucket list to be able to travel like how you do. Like, what would you say to that person listening?
What would you say to younger you?
Yeah.
Me, I would
Oh,
say.
that's good. That's good.
I would say that the biggest thing about traveling like the way that I do is I feel like it's one of those things that you can really only do with yourself. You know, it's like it's really important to have that like solo time. And I think in today's society, we don't get a lot of solo time. Either we're on social media or we're at work with all of our coworkers, or we're just, you know, going out with our friends. And taking that time to travel by yourself and like experience something for yourself, I feel like really gets you to kind of get to know who you are. And you can't do that when you're around a lot of people. You need to do that in a space where
When you're vulnerable.
and you're like having to make new friends and like going through those experiences that we go through as a kid, but doing it as an adult.
Oh, so scary as an adult.
So scary. But you gotta get yourself out there, because if you don't do it, if you don't continue to do it, you'll you know, wither away. And
like a lot of Americans do.
yeah, and you like what's the word for? You won't progress. You won't grow.
Stay stagnant.
Like a lot of Americans do.
As you can tell.
Well,
We feel a certain type of way about America.
yeah. they know this.
That's why we're friends.
Yeah.
That's why we connect.
Well, thank you. Like, this was so special to have you as like our first official guest.
Thank you for having me.
Like you two are my longest friends.
Yeah.
that a
Longest standing
phrase?
friendship. Oldest friends.
Like
Friends.
the type of friendship where we could go 6 months without seeing each other and like hang out like no time
And
passed.
it's, like,
That's
nothing
just a
changed,
different.
yeah.
That's
like
different.
we just did today.
Literally.
I saw you guys literally yesterday. It's great.
And I love that. I just love that, and I can't wait for us to travel together and be able to do an episode where we tell stories
Oh my
together.
God.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
But yeah, thank you. I love you.
Thank you for having me.
Love
It's
you
been so
downtown
fun.
Quincy Brown.
And we go downtown with Quincy Brown.
Heyo.
But like maybe not tomorrow. Or this week.
yeah.
Maybe downtown with Quincy Brown in like December.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give it some time.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I was voting, I was like kind of surprised your name wasn't in there somewhere. Like, it would not surprise me if one year I just
open
went
it up?
to vote
Okay.
and Quincy was like running for like council or
No,
something,
but, like,
and I'd be like,
my-
well, yeah, that adds up. That checks.
My girlfriend's from Grant wanted me to run so badly, but I was like, guys, I don't live in Portland.
like I literally
I can't commit to that.
No, they're gonna it's gonna come on the news.
Working for the government would really lock you down
It
too.
would.
So,
I also couldn't
Okay.
be doing fun things like this.
yeah, next time you hear from us, Mariah will have some tea.
We're excited.
America will,
Have some tea.
yeah, definitely have some tea. And hopefully we'll all be recovering from a horrible hangover from a night out celebrating the first woman president.
Yeah, by the time you're listening to this, you probably will know the president,
That's crazy.
Miss Kamala Harris.
I have to cut that one. It's pretty cut that you don't though.
See, guys, I called it.
I'm not.
You said that so like Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris, I think.
Like, I fucking hope so.
Yeah, let's pray to God and all those holy.
I'm fucking scared.
All right, give the spiel.
Thank you so much for watching or listening to the It's Time podcast. I'm Raya, that is Kaylee, and that is Quincy.
Thanks for having me.
We have new episodes every Wednesday. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye, friends.
Toodaloo.